Have you heard the name Matt Gaetz? Yeah, I kept hearing this name, Matt Gaetz. It's like people keep saying Matt Gaetz is a scumbag. Matt Gaetz is horrible. I saw something trending that said Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz is a rapist. I don't know what they call him. Oh, Matt Gaetz is a pervert. That's what they called him. Matt Gaetz is a pervert. So here goes a little background on Matt Gaetz and what's going on with him. He's a Republican representative out of Florida. A lot of people don't like him. He's going through a lot of controversy. Here goes the clip where they talk about it. Let's get into it, Johnsons.
Multiple sources are telling us that Gaetz bragged about his sexual escapades to his colleagues in Congress, even allegedly showing off photos and videos of nude women he said he had slept with to other lawmakers. Sunlen Serfati is out front. Now, Sunlen, I just want to be clear that there's no indication that these pictures are connected to the DOJ investigation, right, which includes cash, drugs, underage women. This is a separate thing. But what more are you learning about it?
That's absolutely right, Aaron. Absolutely no indication that these allegations are connected in any way, but this is certainly significant on its own. Our Hill team tonight is reporting that the Congressman Gaetz, has garnered a reputation among lawmakers for showing off nude pictures of women, nude video of women that he claims to have slept with, and oftentimes these lawmakers are seeing these photos, they say, on the floor of the U.S. House.
Jesus. God, man. What the hell is going on here, Johnson? The hell is going on here? So, here's the deal, guys. Matt Gaetz, a Justice Department investigation into Representative Matt Gaetz and an indicted Florida politician focused on their involvement with multiple women who were recruited online for sex and received cash payments, according to people close to the investigation, text messages, and payment receipts by the New York Times. Yeah, Matt Gaetz is buying sex using a Cash App. I don't even have to say allegedly. He used a Cash App. There are receipts, literal receipts of Matt Gaetz buying sex. Now, that's immoral to some people and unethical. It's also pretty crappy to then go show pictures of women you slept with at work. What a brazen asshole. He's at work just showing pictures to congressmen. You ever wonder where your good tax money's going? It's going to people like Matt Gaetz, who brags to other representatives, hey, look who I screwed. This is how I get down. Ain't she cute? Look what I've been doing. Ha ha ha. Matt Gaetz is almost 40 years old. He act like he's 17. Speaking of 17, allegedly, and this is what's going on, authorities are investigating whether Gaetz, this guy Greenberg, another Florida politician, had sex with a 17-year-old. Get it? Gaetz is allegedly sleeping with underage women. Girls. Girls. Underage women are girls. Let's just call it girls, guys. You got a daughter? Anybody got a daughter here? I do. Anybody got a daughter? Anybody care about their daughter? Huh? Of course, Matt denies this. So we got a couple things going on. Gaetz, braggart about women he slept with or he paid to sleep with. And then also maybe Matt Gaetz is a pedo. And then Matt Gaetz is also throwing something against the wall called, he's being extorted. So someone's trying to blackmail money out of him because they said they have information about him. And now he wants to play victim. Hard to get blackmailed if you ain't done nothing. Just saying. Okay, so let's finish that clip a little bit. Let's see if we got that. Kind of interesting.
Multiple sources are telling us that Gaetz bragged about his sexual escapades.
last 24 hours in pushing back on these allegations, pushing instead these claims of extortion.
It is a horrible allegation, and it is a lie.
Congressman Matt Gaetz is drawing in his family.
On March 16th, my father got a text message demanding a meeting wherein a person demanded $25 million in exchange for making horrible sex trafficking allegations against me go away.
Claiming the allegations involving sex trafficking and prostitution are actually part of a $25 million extortion plot.
And the FBI and the Department of Justice were so concerned about this attempted extortion that they asked my dad to wear a wire.
His father, Don Gaetz, backing that up, telling Politico he wore an FBI wire on more than one occasion. Documents obtained by CNN show the alleged extortion involved a bizarre proposal to Don Gaetz to help his son in exchange for money to fund a search for a kidnapped and presumed dead FBI agent in Iran. The Gaetz family is no stranger to the spotlight, with 3 generations of politicians. At the center, Don Gaetz.
Because of this governor, because of this speaker, now she'll be able to practice medicine in Florida.
A wealthy businessman with upwards of a $20 million fortune made through a for-profit hospice company, who rose to become the powerful Senate president in Florida.
All right, Johnson. Here's the deal. Okay, so while I'm learning about Matt Gaetz, because I didn't really pay much attention to this guy, right? I realized he was a big-time Trump supporter and still is. Like a real, diehard, in-your-face, Trump's the man, Trump. He would go and try to primary Republicans who didn't support Trump. Yeah, like he was really bad. Like, he's like, if you don't support Trump, we coming for you. We're going to get you out of office. We're going to get rid of you. So that's Matt Gaetz. So it turns out a lot of Republicans don't like Matt. Yeah, they can't stand Matt. That's why no one's going to the Matt for Matt. Get it? Now, this is according to the Daily Beast. Of course, Matt says the allegations are false. He says, the last time I had a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old, I was 17. As for the Hill, I have many enemies and very few friends. My support generally lies outside of D.C., and I wouldn't have it any other way. Which is part of the reason why Matt's going down, because Matt never made any friends in Congress. Not really. He poo-pooed on all the other Congress people, bragged about women that he slept with that he had to pay, and now he's going down, Johnson. So he's under investigation for potentially having a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old girl, though Gaetz has denied the existence of a 17-year-old lover. He's been less offended about the suggestion that he's dated women much younger than him while in Congress. He's openly admitted that he's paid for flights and hotels for women who visit him. So that's how they twist this, guys. You got to understand this. Gaetz says, I didn't pay for sex. I just gave you airfare. And I know you said you had to get your car fixed. And I want to help you get your hair did. But the sex was free. What else? While Governor compared the Gaetz allegations to a witch hunt and conspiracy theories and lies like Trump Russia, that's what they always use, you know. Whenever Republicans get jacked up, they say Trump Russia. Whenever Democrats get jacked up, they say Russia, Russia. All politicians say Russia something. For some reason, Russia, boy. I wonder what Russians say. Don't shoot me, Vlad. Don't kill me. According to, so I don't think a lot of people are going to go out of their way to defend him, especially with this outlandish sounding defense. More importantly, House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy wasn't jumping in Gaetz' corner. Yeah, this, look, this not, you know you're going down with the ship when the Republican Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy, House Minority Leader, the most powerful man in Congress, Republican man in Congress, on the Republican, yeah. You know you're not doing well when that guy says, hey man, this is serious. Hey, do you want to help Matt? I don't know, this is serious. This is true, this is really bad. These are serious implications. Yeah, so Republicans are not defending Matt, man. It's not surprising that they're not circling the wagons because Matt was not a nice guy. Matt's not a get-along guy. Matt's a guy who thumbed his nose at everybody else, then bragged about his money, bragged about his women, and he's also known, it's been quietly said around D.C. that everyone knew that Matt did drugs and alcohol and whored around. And yes, I'm using that term. That's it. That's it. That's what I discovered. So I didn't know who Matt Gaetz was until today. Well, I'd heard about him, but I didn't really know. I didn't take time to get into that story. But Matt Gaetz looks like he's got a lot to answer for. It may be a House representative position opening up because the Republicans are not going to fight to keep this guy around. In fact, they may be happy that he's leaving. It may be a part of the reason why this came out to begin with. Bye, Matt. It's only a matter of time, Johnson. Hell, man, they got rid of Al Franken because he made a joke about a woman. Remember that? Al Franken made a joke about a woman, and the Democrats threw that guy under the bus, backed the bus up over him a couple of times, and kicked his ass out. Matt Gaetz, he's accused of buying sex, which is illegal, by the way. I don't know if it should be or not. You can sell all your clothes, all your jewelry, but if you have sex for money, then it's considered against the law. I don't even know why that is. But, okay, buying sex is still illegal. And you're a politician, so maybe you should follow the damn law. Then you shouldn't bring pictures to Congress bragging about it. And everyone knows you do drugs, which, hey, you know, sounds a lot like a Democrat. Maybe he's in the wrong party. But then if he was a Democrat, they'd have been through him under the bus. Oh, but this latest nonsense. 17-year-olds, Matt, jail. If it's true, jail, Johnson. And he spent money on her. He's just denied that he admits that he spent money on her, putting her in hotels, but he never stayed with her personally. He flew her around the places he was going to go, the 17-year-old, but he never stayed with her. So why fly her there? Weird, Johnson. Okay.
Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Don't be fooled by corporate media talking heads misleading the people. Get your news and information from an entity that keeps it real. Tim Black. Tim Black is the host of The Tim Black Show. Independent news that leaves you informed, inspired, and sometimes entertained, but always in the know. Go to timblacktv.com and sign up today. The Tim Black Show is news for people who can't stand the news. See you there.